Welcome back. There's what just sort of coming into this Friday morning. Very little by way of cues. Asia is trickling back in trading after, of course, most global markets being shut in trade yesterday. But no dearth of action here in India, and it's mostly all sort of local in terms of news. So let's talk about the big movers and shakers from yesterday. Stuff which had price action, but also backed by volumes and, of course, later delivery action. Hormaz is standing by with that list. Hormaz, over to you.
Morning, Prashant. And as you were mentioning ITC earlier in the show as well, a delivery-based selling worth close to 6,000 crore rupees that was seen in yesterday's trading session. And the volumes are equally determinant of that. Now, even yesterday's trading session, you saw the stock fall 10%. Is the biggest single-day fall since 2020. The highest volumes in almost the last 8 months for ITC. Over 28 crore shares were traded yesterday on the stock. The 20-day average is just around 80 lakh shares. And out of those 28 crore shares, over 15.5 crore shares were marked for delivery, so significant volumes there as well. And the 20-day average on the delivery front is less than 55 lakh shares, so very high on that aspect as well. The stock ended at the lowest level since April of 2023, so that was the kind of fall that you saw on ITC in yesterday's trading session. On the flip side, Entero Health was one such name that did well in the broader markets yesterday. A double-digit move, 10% gain, biggest single-day gain since April, the third straight day of gains for the stock. And in the last 3 sessions, the stock has gone up almost 20%, and it is backed by strong volumes as well. Over close to 8 lakh shares were traded yesterday. The 20-day average is just 60,000 shares, and out of those 8 lakh, close to 2 lakh shares were marked for delivery as well. Here, the average 20-day is around 41,500 shares. But despite this move in the last 3 days, the stock still remains below its IPO price, which is close to 1,260 rupees. And lastly, Sunteck Realty, another underperforming name from last year that did well yesterday, snapped a 4-day losing streak. It was the biggest single-day gain and volumes that the stock had seen in the last 4 months. And Thursday's volumes were the sum total of the last 32 sessions put together for Sunteck Realty. And close to 45 lakh shares were traded on the stock yesterday, 20-day average of just 1.5 lakh. But out of those 44 lakh shares, only 6 lakh shares were marked for delivery compared to a 20-day average of just around 87,000 shares. And the stock from its 52-week high, which is close to 550 rupees, is down around 20% from those levels. And over the last 12 months as well, the stock is in the red, down around 15%.
All right, take that point, Hormaz. Thanks a lot for that. Those bunch of stocks, Entero Health and Sunteck Realty, came up for, on the screen even when we were looking at closing bell, because most of the gains actually were back-ended in the second half of trade. If you pull up Entero Health as well, a big up move that happened in the second half. And the recent fund action on Entero Health was that of ICICI Pru, an incident